Once again, it is time for the Great Outdoors by Holston Distributing here on Daytime Tri-Cities. And today I'm joined by Todd Boyer, professional guide here at the South Holston River. And Todd, you know, we're talking about being out there and reading the water.
Yeah.
You know, we're here, they're working on the Weir Dam up there. The water's kind of low right now, not generating a whole lot, but you can still catch some fish, but you got to be able to read the water.
You have to. Fish move, they're going to move into different areas when the water's low. And when it's, you know, we're getting warm, water temps are going to go up. A lot of times those small, skinny riffles will produce some fish. So the riffles and the skinnier riffles actually produce a lot of oxygen for the fish.
All right.
So they're rolling over rocks and stuff, so a lot of times try that first, then kind of move to other places, but work your way in, you know, work your way close, then the further out, and I think you'll have some luck.
Well, let's head on out on the water and put that into action. Okay?
All right, sounds good.
All right. You know, Todd, we got out here in the water. The water's still kind of low up here on the South Holston right now, doing a little work on the Weir Dam. But even though it's low, you still got to be able to read the water.
Yeah, you do. What I try to tell people when they're fishing like runs or flat water or any types of water, fish are in all types of water.
Right.
So I always tell people to start in and move out. Okay. You know, so don't try to just go right to that nice spot, you know, because there's fish in between you and, you know, and that say that run that really looks good to you. So I always try to start in and work your way out.
Okay.
So basically I take casts, I'll take short ones.
Okay.
Run it through.
Because you never know, there could be fish holding right there.
Oh yeah, and they do.
Yeah.
They do, especially, you know, when it starts getting warmer like this and the water's low, the riffles, they'll start hanging out in riffles because it gives them more oxygen. So a lot of times fish will move into real shallow water.
And that's the thing you got to keep, two things for trout you got to keep in mind. Good cold temperature, and you got to have plenty of oxygen in the water.
Yeah, plenty of oxygen.
Yeah.
But they still sit in different types of water, which is kind of crazy. Like when you've got water running into a flat, that's called a tail out.
Right.
And you really want to hit those because those fish actually will sit in those ditches in those tail outs.
Fish feed by ambush.
They do.
They really do.
They do, and they also, what I call them food funnels, they don't really like to move for food. So if they can have food brought to them, you know, that's where they sit in their feeding lanes and they're going to stay.
I mean, I think most of the time we look at it, you see a ripple up here and it comes straight down. You got like a trough where it'll come down through there. You want to start, like you say, out here and work your way into that trough.
Yeah. Exactly. So that's basically how you read water. Yeah. And I'll also look at bubbles.
Okay.
You'll see bubbles on the water. So where those bubbles are going, there's other stuff following them. So you're going to have like spent flies, like spent mayflies, that will actually cover to it, and the fish will hang out in that stuff too, because that's an easy meal for them.
Man, that's a great tip. I had never thought about that. But when you're sitting out here and you see bubbles, you see like grass or something floating on the water, kind of follow it.
Yeah.
Especially in the fall, the leaves falling, another good tip.
Yeah, it is. I mean, anytime you have water going into something, fish are going to be there.
All right.
Yep.
Great way to read the water. Todd, appreciate it.
Yep.
All right, Todd, we're back in here next to the bank, and we've been out there looking at the water, learning what we need to do. It's just basically keeping an eye on what's going on with the river, isn't it?
Yeah. You know, when the water gets low like this, and you know, when you get your high blue sky and stuff like that, you want to just be able to look at the river and kind of see where these fish are going to be.
Right.
And you know, so anything where you have water flowing into, try that first. Then water on your tail outs where water flows into, you're going to have better luck in those areas.
All right.
Yeah.
And better luck's what we're after here.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Absolutely. It is the Great Outdoors by Holston Distributing. Todd, thanks for having us out here today.
Glad
we'll be back out here on the water soon here on the South Holston.
The preceding portion of Daytime Tri-Cities was sponsored by